Hi all. So I got a new toy today and I got really excited about it, so I felt like making a video. So I've been playing in an acoustic duo for about 5 years now called Skyline Duo. Hi Garrett, love you buddy. And we sit on these box drums called cajons, C-A-J-O-N. And cajon in Peruvian actually means box. So these have been pretty popular around open mics and like small bands around the area, and I'm sure around the country too. Don't quote me on it, I'm just assuming. But either way, we've been sitting on these box drums, the cajons, and people actually come up to us and question us about them all the time. And so I figured I'd show you the 3 cajons that I actually possess. So this is my LP Latin Percussion Blackbox cajon. This is the first cajon I ever had. It's well loved, as you can see right here. I've replaced many of the screws on this, as you can see. You can see the different color screws. I have actually jammed toothpicks into some of these holes to try to get the screws to stay. It needed to be upgraded. So, just for sound comparison, and yes, I know all you cajon players, professional out there, are going to be like, why are you wearing gloves? Well, first of all, I'm not a professional percussionist, and second of all, I probably don't play it properly enough, because if I play a gig for 3 hours sitting on a cajon and beating it, my hands start swelling up like crazy. So these mechanic gloves help alleviate that a little bit. So here's the sound. So, I mean, it still has some decent depth and whatnot. Honestly, most of the snap you're getting is from the separation of the front to the body itself. So the snares on the inside really aren't doing anything. There are, something I failed to mention, there are snares on the inside of the cajon. You can't really see it from the angle or the light. But yeah, and we got this hole in the back, obviously, for the sound to come out. Yeah, so this is my first cajon, and now I'll show you the second cajon I ever bought. This cajon I bought 2 years ago. This is the Meinl Jumbo Subwoofer cajon. The reason I bought this was because I wanted more bass end, and I ended up getting a little too much. I really like this cajon. It's really cool. Obviously, Jumbo Subwoofer cajon has that really nice bass end. But if you're in a very resonant space, it's overpowering. It's way too much. We were playing up in a place in Lockport once, and I just hit the low end once, and it just resonated for a few seconds. And we're like, we might want to switch to the other one. So I haven't used it for Skyline Duo gigs. What I have been using it for is for my solo gigs that I've been doing recently. I have a foot pedal that it's all levers, and it clamps onto the cajon itself, and I use it, it's basically like a kick drum. The problem with this cajon besides that is usually we mic our cajons. Now, one of the nice things is, because it's so loud, you don't have to mic it, but it's still a little too much. But if you did want to mic it, you have to mic it in the front, and for me, when I'm playing my guitar, and singing, I also have this pedal board in front of me, and I don't want to be kicking a mic that's pointing towards the front hole, where usually we're micing it from the sound hole in the back. Right. So for sound comparison, I'll let you listen to this. So yeah, you hear that really nice low end in this one. It's nice, but it's little too overpowering depending on where you're playing. Now this next one I just got in today and I played with it a little bit, and this is honestly the whole reason why I'm making this video. So this one is by Latin Cajon, and this is called a Stave Cajon. Basically, like staves, instead of a box like this where it just has all these flat surfaces, Stave Cajon is made up of individual staves. Basically, Latin Cajon, I watched a couple of videos and they basically said we decided to see what would happen if we took a conga drum, cut it in half, and then put a cajon face on it. And this is the result. This one is obviously a little more decorative. It's made to look like a whiskey barrel, which I love. I absolutely love this design. Makes me think of, I don't know, we play gigs in Niagara Falls and I'll be like, I'm going over the falls in my barrel. Or if we're, I don't know, make a Donkey Kong joke. Din, din, din. I don't know, whatever. But, so, yeah, take a conga, cut it in half, put a face on it, see what happens. And I'm loving this design so far. It's a little more comfortable for me. With these other two cajons, you kind of have to sit a little wider on it, and it's uncomfortable for me. And this one, because of the narrow design in the front, I don't have to as much. It's got a nice snappy top, a nice round and tonal low end. It's not just all bass, you get a little bit of tone in there too. So here, I'll back up a little bit and let you listen to this. So yeah, I'm really liking this so far. It's a really cool design. One of the reviews said, I haven't really tested it, but you don't get a lot from playing the sides. Honestly, as a non-professional cajon player, I don't play the sides. I play the face the entire time. I play this thing as if I'm playing a drum set, basically, and I'm not playing all over it. Even this one, I mean, this one was cheap, so it doesn't really have a lot of tone on the side, but it does have a really nice sound overall. I love the design. It's gorgeous craftsmanship. The finish is smooth. The metal bands really look awesome. I'm probably not going to use this for solo gigs because basically I don't want to ruin the finish using that foot pedal. And also the foot pedal will probably end up slipping because it doesn't have a nice flat surface on the back where it needs to clamp in between. But otherwise, I'm so looking forward to using this for my Skyline Duo gigs. This is gonna be such a cool instrument to play around with. But I got really excited when it came in today, and I just wanted to share it with people. So, hope you like this. Hope you learned some stuff. And if you see Skyline Duo out playing somewhere, come out and check this cajon. So, have a good one.